My name is Wasting Sanity, and this is Hearthstone, the current state of the game, where I take a look at the current state where it's still in beta, hasn't been released. I take a look at it, I kind of critique it a little bit, and I let you guys know what my opinions are, and I even toss in a little rating on its current condition as far as the current state. So, first off, we're going to take a look at the game. This is a mana-based card game. There are 9 different classes. You have Mage, Hunter, Druid, Paladin, Priest, Rogue, Warrior, Warlock, and Shaman. Now, each class has their own certain cards, and then there's also a pool of cards that can go to any class. Of course, they have because of the fact that they're characters, they each have their own unique abilities as far as, let's go into practice really fast, because I'm going to just jump in and out really quickly to give you guys an idea. The Mage basically has a little fireball, shield launch. The Hunter has and the fireball can actually attack basic minions, and it also can attack the actual character. The Hunter, he has an arrow that he can shoot, but it only attacks the player. And there's more diverse for each class. The Paladin has a little minion. The Druid, he actually can attack you with 1 point of damage, but he gives himself a point of armor. The Rogue can attack you for a little bit of damage, but it lasts for 2 turns, to where she gives herself a weapon, lasts for 2 turns, and so on. Of course, like the Priest will, get healed. I don't want to go into too much detail on that. Now, every turn you gain 1 point of mana, up to 10. So it varies as far as the card's casting costs, as all games work that way. The mana is all colorless. There's no specific like Magic the Gathering, where they have like the sun or plains, I should say, forests and things like that. They don't have any of that in this game. Well, they have what's called daily quests, and you'll get one daily quest will come in here, and it'll give you from basically 40 to like I think 60 gold, and it ranges from like just 2 matches to 6 matches with a certain class. There might be other quests that I just haven't received them yet. Now, overall, the gameplay for there's basic cards which are below common, which they give you. They give you common cards as far as like as you get packs. You have rares, then you have epic, and then you have legendary. Now, up to rare, the decks seem fine. But once you hit epic and legendary, it feels like the cards are a little bit too overpowered. To where literally you are like, once you play a legendary card, if there's no instant counter for it, or if they don't have a counter around the corner, pretty much you're going to dominate the game and win. Now, let me show you an example of that in my collection here. I don't have the card per se, but I could show it to you, and this is one of the big examples. Right here. Whenever you cast a spell, put a fireball spell into your hand. So that means that once you do like cast a basic spell and you get a fireball, which only costs 4 points, mind you, that means that you could bring this card out, right? So you play the character for 7, and let's say you had 8 points, or 9 points. Actually, 8 works. So you have 8 points. You play that, and you play a 1 point spell. The spell gives you a fireball. So next turn, the fireball only costs 4 points to cast. Next turn, I cast a fireball and I nuke the player for 6 points of damage. Then I get another fireball spell. I spent 4 points. I nuke him again. I just did 12 points of damage without even attacking. Or I could be nuking creatures on the ground as well. So if I want to, every turn, I can fire 2 fireball spells off. So if I hadn't done any damage, it's going to take me 3 turns, or actually, well, technically kind of 4, to play the character, and then so on. But 2 turns, every turn I fire 2 fireball spells off, and I kill him, inevitably. Now, That's really powerful. That's unless he could directly damage and kill his character. If he's playing mostly a creature-based character or creature-based deck, to where he's doing direct damage through creatures only, and not through the player, he will probably like have a hard time killing him if I'm nuking his creatures to counter it, and that's all I'm doing. Meanwhile, I'm just collecting cards, and I'm just waiting. Like, you know, I could play other spells because it is a mage. I could take in, like, freeze their area and, you know, slow them down. If I build the deck around this creature or mage, archmage, it can end up to where, like, literally I could just destroy the player. It's a little bit too powerful. Let's see. Go over here. Now, see, this one is 8 points, 5/8. And gives you have to choose one of the following. Either give your minions +2/+2, so you give it a buff, all your minions, or you summon 2 treants that are 2/2. That's not bad. That's not as bad as some of the others, but it's still pretty powerful compared to the other cards that are considered epic. And then, I mean, look at this one. I mean, 3 2/2s. I mean, that's pretty powerful in this game. This one's pretty strong, but it's not overly powerful. That one's strong. That one's strong. Just because of the fact that you get to choose. I mean, it's a creature, and you get to choose whether or not you draw 2 cards or restore 8 health. There are some cards that, like, literally, like, I feel like as soon as it's played, I should just quit. I mean, this one is a high, strong card, but notice its simplicity, like, to where it's not... It doesn't have a lot of stuff to it. It's simple, straightforward, and powerful. That's the way I think legendary cards should be. They shouldn't have, like... I mean, if they're going to have all these extra little bells and whistles to them, they shouldn't be as powerful as what they are. They should be easy to dispatch, or if they're not, then they should be simple on what they're doing as far as, like, their additional abilities. I mean, they should have, like, a basic formula for how they build legendary characters, or cards, I should say. Like this one, double damage and double your healing spells. As far as the potency, that's crazy. That's really strong. I just feel that if they removed legendaries from the game or had it to where there's a different method of play, that it wouldn't be as bad. But this isn't the first collector card game, that's a digital one, that did this to where it made it feel like literally the legendaries were just way powerful. But overall, like, I think the basic cards, which have no stone, the commons and the rares, are actually like good. I like them. They feel like they're balanced effectively within the game. It's just not until the legendaries. Once you hit like the epics and legendaries, that's when I feel the balancing issue is kind of out the window. Now, this game could be a really, really good game down the line if they actually take advantage of it. But unfortunately, being Blizzard, I don't think they are. It's going to end up to where they're going to take and run with what they have, and the game is going to be good but not great. And this has to do with past history of Blizzard, where, like, literally I was playing WoW, and I played it 3 months at release, and I beat the game. And yes, you can beat an MMO if you cap your character out and you get all the gear you can get that would consider it an improvement on the character, then you beat an MMO. So I beat the game and I retired. They look at Diablo 3. That was an okay game. They kind of copped out on a lot of it, where you had to beat the game over and over again instead of choosing your difficulty level just from the start. Things like that. But overall, I think this is a pretty good game. It has the fundamentals down. I like the art style. Um, for the most part, a lot of the different pictures are really cool looking. But I feel like this game turns into a chore because it takes you 150 matches just to actually get an arena match, which will give you a chance of getting a pack. Well, actually, it guarantees a pack. It just takes 150, and it'll give you a little bit of essence as well, or arcane dust. But the thing is every 5 matches give you 5 gold, and when you have your quest log or your quests, they'll give you 40 to 60, and that's only once a day. And the store, I know I went a different route, 100 gold just to buy a pack. It's better to actually get in the arena because you have a chance of getting more than one pack if you beat all the arena matches you get. But you know, that's a shot in the dark, and it's risk versus reward. I do believe that they should change it to where it's harder to get a pack, but they increase your gold flow to where literally every day you're guaranteed you're gonna have one arena match, just to bring more players in. But what you do is you increase the gold flow, and you have it to where you lower the arena match to where it's like 100 gold for an arena match. It takes you about 4 wins before you have a chance of getting a pack, and 200 gold if you want to straight up buy a pack. That way you're at least guaranteed you're getting 100 gold a day, and then it takes you every 2 days. You can get a pack guaranteed, or you can risk it and play the arena matches. I think that would be more interesting, and it'll bring more enjoyment to it. There's more play involved, instead of you feel like you're grinding for the gold compared to like, and have more quests, you know, so that way it doesn't feel as much of a grind. Because like literally, like I'll log on and I'll play enough to get my quest, and then I'll log off. That's all I do, and I'm getting bored of this game. So it's one of the things to where, I mean, I'm not even capped out on the cards, and I truly believe it's just a bad mechanic as far as how they put in the method of the gold and how it's working right now. Maybe they should just instead have it to where some of the daily quests you're actually getting are actually cards, or something like, or a pack, or something like that, and make the quest harder. That way it doesn't feel as much of a grind compared to grinding for gold. I know they're notorious for grinding for gold, but hopefully they could change that. But overall, like, honestly, like, with everything in the game and how it works, and my dislikes of the game and my likes, I would give it a 6 out of 5. I have hope for it in the future, but I don't believe it's going to happen. I'll come back and take a look at it once they do release it officially, but right now it's a 6 out of 5 for a collector card game. I've seen better, and to where they had more elements involved, like the a quest to where it's like literally like you see a little map and you can run around and to different points, and you're actually killing stuff. And you actually can look at my a couple of my other reviews on other collector card games. There's Kingdoms. I think they did a better job. Although there are arena matches, I need to go back and take a look to see what they've done to it and if they made that any better. But yeah, 6 out of 10 for the current state of Hearthstone. Thank you very, very much for watching. I do appreciate it, and make sure to go ahead and if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe below. Thank you.